quote that I think almost every single girl can relate to. And I kid you not, I think about this quote every single time I finish showering and I look in the drain and I see like this clump of hair and I'm like, I lost that much hair in like a 15-minute interval? Like, how much hair do I lose on a daily basis? Now, if you ask any of my friends, they will back this story up. I shed like a dog. I don't know what's with my hair, but I just shed. I just shed like a kitten, a dog, a chow chow puppy, like a full-grown like Saint Bernard. I don't know. I just shed. And I never thought anything of it until recently. I think it started happening this previous summer or like this previous like September-ish. I started shedding a lot. I was like legitimately terrified I was going to go bald. But the final straw was when I went to go get my hair cut this December from my hairstylist, which is my dad's ex-girlfriend, which is really awkward, but that's a whole nother story. And she was like, wow, your hair is really thin. Like, you lost a lot of hair. And I flipped out. I was like, oh my god, I'm going bald. Like, nah. And so after my whole haircut thing with my stylist, she gave me some shampoo and she gave me some tips on how to like prevent my hair from shedding, and I'm gonna share that with you. And I also did like some online research to back up all these claims, and I also found some other tips that definitely helped me. And it's been about 4 months now, and I've not lost a significant amount of hair. Basically the shedding has significantly improved and I am no longer scared of going bald. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with the actual tips of this video. Oh, and let's please remember that I'm just me. I'm Cindy. I'm not a hair doctor or anything specific like that. These are just tips and tricks I learned from my hairstylist and from the internet, so please don't sue me. Alright, first thing I wanted to point out is that sometimes when you lose hair or you shed hair, there's not really much you can do to like stop it necessarily, because it is a natural cycle of life. You need to shed hair and more hair will grow out. But also another contributing factor can be DNA, genetics, health and medical reasons. Some conditions make you more prone to losing hair. I'm not just talking about like chemotherapy for cancer, but like high blood pressure and other things can lead to you having a higher rate of hair shedding. So sometimes there might not be anything you can do, but the vast majority of people, you will be able to minimize the amount of hair you shed with these tips. So tip number 1 seems the most obvious, but at the same time you don't really think about it when you're doing it, and that's brushing your hair gently. I don't know about you, I'm really hyper. I jump around a lot. My hair gets really tangly throughout the day, and so at night I usually just would brush really hard to get all the knots out, and in doing that I didn't realize how many hairs I was like pulling out with like my harsh brushing, and I just never thought of it until it accumulated and then I started freaking out. But it is really important, and you can minimize that by brushing your hair gently. So a really good thing to do is to start from the bottom of your hair, brush all those knots out, and then work your way up slowly and being very gently, preferably using like a wide tooth comb, a paddle brush, or something like that. And you also want to keep your hair brushing to a minimum, preferably like once a day. I only brush my hair once a day now, and I survive. My hair is not tangle up in a little knots. It's nothing crazy. I just brush my hair right before I take a shower. Which ties into tip number 2. Brushing your hair is when you lose a lot of hair, but also in the shower. That's also another place where you can lose a significant amount of hair, and that's because you're being rough. I mean, you're trying to clean your hair, your scalp, so you kind of have to be rough. But if you brush your hair before you shower, you'll be minimizing the amount of tugging and pulling you're doing while you're like massaging and your scalp and like lathering up your shampoo. Speaking of shampoo, I actually use a noticeably thinning shampoo and conditioner for people with like thinning hair, like your hair's getting thin or you're losing it. And this is actually the shampoo and conditioner that my hairstylist, my dad's ex-girlfriend, gave to me right after that appointment. And no, this isn't a sponsored video or anything like that, but it's the Nixon Scalp Therapy Cleanser and Conditioner. So it's really weird. It's like a shampoo and conditioner you use on your scalp and all the way down to your tips. Like you will condition like top to bottom and you'll shampoo top to bottom. That's normal, but you condition from top to bottom, and it's supposed to help with your scalp in regard to making sure hair doesn't fall out, and also strengthening your hair. So this has been really good. I also read online to prevent your hair from shedding, or to like help it from shedding less, is to use sulfate-free shampoos. So sulfate is a really strong, harsh chemical found in a lot of shampoos, and if you buy sulfate-free shampoos that just eliminate that in general, your hair will be healthier and it's not going to strip away a lot of scalp particles, thus leading to shedding of the hair, or yeah. Continue the tips in the shower. You do want to clean your scalp, of course, that's why you're taking a shower, but don't be scratching up in there like all crazy. Just massage it gently, and rather like massage it longer rather than scratching for a little bit of time, if that makes sense. So you'd rather spend more time in being gentle on your hair and your scalp than just scratching at it and doing, yeah, that. And another tip you can use is using cold water. I can't do that. I like my hot showers, but at the end I will try to do like a cold rinse on just my hair, like stand like this really awkwardly. But it has been proven that using cold showers will help your hair with its like shininess, its strength, durability, and with shedding as well. Because when your hair is dry and brittle, it's more prone to shedding. But if it's like really conditioned, and cold water helps with like sealing all the hair, the shaft, like the little hair shafts. I read this somewhere, I promise I'm not making this up. It does help with keeping your hair strong so it doesn't shed. The next tip is pretty important to me, and that is stress can cause shedding. And I think I realized like why I started shedding so much in September is when I started school. So I was really stressed with school, YouTube business, and career goals, and life and family, and I was just really stressed. And I was really bad at handling stress, but now I'm like much better, like I meditate and I just do all these things that really do help me in the stress department. But trying to minimize your stress is really important as well, because the more you stress, the more prone you, like things make you more stressed out. So like me, I was like, oh, my hair's shedding, I'm going bald. That's making me stressed, and that's making me lose more hair, which is making me more stressed, etc, etc. It's like a cycle. So the more calm, cool, collected you are in trying to deal with your stress, the better it is. It's going to be for your health, hair, everything in general. And the last tip is honestly to drink a lot of water and get the proper nutrients in your diet. And that's really important because everything in your body starts from the inside out, and that means drinking a lot of water every single day and having a proper diet and getting all the nutrition you need for your hair to grow and for it to replace itself when it has lost some. Okay, I'm literally so delusional right now. It's like nighttime, and I've been doing these like tips and tricks for the past 4 months, and yes, I have seen a significant improvement, and I hope that you'll try them out. And a lot of time you're just not conscious of these things, like the whole brushing gently, and like when you're taking a shower not to manhandle your hair. It's just little things like that that add up every single day, and that's where you lose a lot of hair. But yeah, I really hope this video was helpful in some sort of way and you understood my rambling and my crazy voice and everything like that. If you did, props to you. If you made it to this part of the video, props to you. But yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!